Hello everyone, welcome to episode 2 of the rebuild series for Manchester United. And I've just bought the first signing of the summer, Jack Grealish, and I'm going to put him in the matchday squad. I really like Juan Mata, but he's 31 and on the decline. And we're building a squad for the future, so we need to keep that factor in mind. I don't think Jack Grealish gets into the squad ahead of Pogba and Bruno, and Fred is a CDM, so you need to have that balance in the midfield. But yeah, Jack Grealish as a bench player is pretty solid if you're going to compete for the title. I don't think Daniel James is any bad player, but in order to compete for the title, you're gonna need to have that first team quality players in your team that can score goals at will. 80s and on the right hand side, so we're gonna need to buy a good winger, and we're gonna do that in this episode itself. Looking at the squad, it looks decent. Fred is one player. I think, yeah, he's not one of the best midfielders in the game stats wise, but over the last season in the real world, he has improved a lot. So I think for just that reality perspective, I think I want to try him and see how it goes. I'm just gonna make some changes to the squad. I'm just gonna send out some players on loan. I will probably fast forward it in the video. I also need to sell a couple of players. I'm just gonna do that in this video itself, so we can get some offers as quick as we can. Okay, so looking at the squad, I think I know what exactly I need to do. There's one spot that still worries me is left back. Shaw is 80. He hasn't really been injury free, and I don't know how much his potential can rise up to. But I think I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. He's 23 years old and he's only 80, so I think with some playing time he can improve. I'm still not sure whether I want to buy a left back, but I think giving him one season would be a fair enough shot. Looking at the transfer budget, I think the wage is a little bit unfair. I'm just gonna balance that. I don't think we really need more than 200 or 250k in wage discussions. So let's just do that. 270 million looks like a very big budget. I think you can get one, two, maybe three players if you really adjust your budget very well. Yeah, three players in 270 million looks to be accurate, depending on how the negotiations go. So let's just check out the transfer hub. And there it is, the target of the summer, Jadon Sancho. What a player. He can play everywhere, almost everywhere. Right midfield, left midfield, center attacking midfielder. 19 years of age, 5-star skill moves, 4-star weak foot. He's just got it all. Traits, dribbler, vision. As far as I can just think right off the bat. I'm just gonna check out if the budget is right, and yeah, I think it looks good. Let's go ahead and see what his price is. So we can go ahead and get into buying him. 57 million pounds is his value at right now, and the scout says we might have to offer between 75 and 112. Wow. Yeah, if you're gonna pay 112, we might as well just pay the release clause. But we're gonna try and negotiate as much as we can. I really like the night mode versions that they've added to negotiations. A lot of deals happen on the last moments and the last days of the transfer window, so it adds a bit of reality and a bit of variation to just the office negotiations. Okay, so do I want to offer Juan Mata with Jadon Sancho? But I think it's just gonna make me pay more. So I'm not really sure what are the other players. No, I think knowing how the transfer has gone, I think I have a price in mind that I want to go for him. Let's start with 60 million and see where it goes. Yeah, 97 million. That is actually the real price for Jadon Sancho in the real world. Obviously, we're not gonna pay 97 million. We're just gonna try to dumb it down a little bit. 75 million. That's the price that we had, that Manchester United had bought Romelu Lukaku for. Let's see. Let's try 70. He's not gonna budge on that. So the next price, let's head towards 85 million. The price that we paid for, that Real Madrid paid for Cristiano Ronaldo. Okay, still 97 million. Okay, I'm gonna try for a final offer. 90 million. I think even in reality, 90 million for Jadon Sancho is a really good deal. And let's see what happens over here. Yes, we have got Jadon Sancho for 90 million. Of course, the deal is still pending, but the hard part is done now. So Jadon Sancho for 90 million out of the 270 million budget we had, that sets us back to 180 million. And I think that's a fair deal. That's a very good deal for a very talented player. And looking at the remaining targets, I think from 180 million we can get one of them for 80 million and still have a good hefty 100 million left for any player that we might like to buy later. I think if the budget remains to that extent, and after selling a couple of players, if we still have a good amount, I might want to try my luck at one of the best centre backs in the world, one of the really lethal centre backs in the world right now. So, but let's see how it goes. But for now, let's jump into negotiations with Jadon Sancho. Again, good on FIFA for creating these different scenarios where you can have negotiations with it. It really feels nice. So starting off with the role, yeah, he's gonna want crucial. He's above 85, 86, and so any player in that range, they're gonna ask for the crucial role. They're gonna want the maximum playing time in the team, and yeah, we're okay with that. I think rotation with Daniel James can be really good for him, and it's gonna be a very promising sign on the right. So next up is his contract length, 5 years. Yeah, 5 years. We're gonna want his best years to be at United. And release clause, no, we do not want a release clause. Okay, so coming over to wage, he's currently at 65 and he's wanting 59. I don't really believe in giving wage bonuses, so I'm just gonna remove everything else. And looking at his current wage, I think giving him an amount in 80 to 70 to 80 is gonna be a fair deal. I'm just gonna remove everything else. I actually forgot to remove the bonus. Okay, still, that is a good budget. We still have a lot left, but it doesn't matter. We have got a signing of the summer, Jadon Sancho, the new number 7 at Manchester United. Only time will tell whether it is a hit or a flop, but those two look really promising signs for the upcoming season. And I'm really excited to play with them. Let's just check out the budget. 180 million with a good amount of wage budget. Yeah, we're gonna have a lot of budget to sign a couple of more players as well. That looks really good. That's a really good deal. And now let's just jump into the squad and see what kind of changes I can make to the starting 11. We'll probably drop Daniel James to the bench. Most certainly, we'll drop Daniel James to the bench because Jadon Sancho belongs on the right. And you know what? It makes the bench look really, really good now because now you have some good players on the bench that can make an impact. Daniel James has space to burn, and with Jadon Sancho on the right midfield, Rashford on the left, Bruno in the center, it is a very good midfield, a very, very good midfield. You've got Pogba and Fred sitting behind as well. The defense might not be as star-studded as the midfield, but Manchester United have got some good clean sheets, some good defensive records in the season with this defense, so I'm going to give it a shot as well. Make sure you like this video. You can comment out of the 3 CDMs which one I should buy and hit the subscribe button for the next one.